Hello, this is the September full moon. My name is Carmen, and on September 7th, there is a full moon total lunar eclipse. The sun is at 15 degrees of Virgo, with the moon at 15 degrees in Pisces. In aspect to this full moon, there's also Ceres, retrograde in Aries, Anubis in Gemini, Venus in Leo, Hawaii, Orcus, and the South Node retrograde are conjunct the Sun in Virgo. And then we have Atlantis and Hecate in Scorpio. And so this eclipse is acting like a portal for soul awakening energies and anchoring in new light. So let's get into it. So Ceres in Aries, retrograde. This is on nurturing ourselves, how we identify, putting in the electrical imprint, the light for ourselves, motivating to nourish ourselves, our dreams, our visions. It's in a beautiful trine with Venus in Leo, which is amplifying love, creation, self-expression, heart-centered authority. And so our light imprint becomes our physical footprint. And so the full moon, the lunar eclipse, is also in a T-square because they are both square to Anubis in Gemini. And Anubis means the atom. And so at the very atomic level, Anubis really occupies the realm of the atomic level. So we have the atom and the space. And so the space with the twins in Gemini being the frequency, like the ego and the soul. And so we have the spectrum. And then are we giving ourselves at this full moon, or which operating system are we giving ourselves the space to operate or acknowledge? Because then the light then gives us the coding, which becomes the information. And so this T square is really drawing to our attention what space, what information, and how we're connected. And if we think about Anubis, may your heart be as light as a feather. And so again, it's that frequency. If we're in the lower frequency, then the thoughts will become very heavy things. And this full moon is in the service, right? So service to self. Virgo is very much about service to self, with Hawaii and Orcus in the South Node. There's an emphasis on healing, refinement, dissolving karmic codes, anchoring in our divine purpose in a sensible, practical approach. And so how are we in service to self, which will then allow us, through us, to be in service to the higher power, to our soul purpose. And so the full moon is giving us clarity to dissolve these illusions and transcend emotional and spiritual surrendering. So our perceptions, our intuitive beliefs, our abilities are all heightened at this time. And so with this beautiful trine, there's a water trine from the moon in the North Node in Pisces to Hecate and Atlantis, which is about that hidden potential, empowering to harness the magic of your inner beingness and magnetize our capabilities through personal and spiritual evolution. And so we're empowering ourselves. We have to, energy can't be destroyed. It can only be transmuted. So what's coming up in our lives, it could be that we have to, because this is also a square to Venus. So it could be that we have to show up for ourselves, or by standing up for ourselves. It could mean that we maybe need to lead ourselves to a better space or place. And so this is all about empowering, with Atlantis, of course, being our higher selves, gifts, abilities, knowledge. And so, how are we empowering ourselves from within, perhaps to change our mind, to stand up for ourselves, to create new ways of doing and new ways of being, motivating ourselves in new ways to listen, really listen to our soul and act on our intuitive guidance, our intuitive knowingness. So this is a very powerful full moon. I also want to say for anybody in Sagittarius, like myself, for example, in this sort of mid Sagittarius, if you have anything here, you're also going to have it, of course, in opposition to Anubis, which will give you a grand square. So we have earth, air, water, and then if you have something in Sagittarius, it'll be fire. So that's elemental balance, right? And so basically, if we're cleaning up the airwaves and we're letting this fire right in the higher energy, the higher light coming through, and we're creating the physical, we're allowing this, the power of love, service to self, in whichever way is calling for you in your particular life, then you're going to create. This happens to be a tree, it could be a person, it could be a fish, it could be anything. And so we're creating behind the veil, like a stronger foundation. And so that is what is available at this lunar eclipse. So it's really a level up or an awakening, a deepening for those that have been on your spiritual path. It could be really anchoring in the higher version of your higher self, your soul self. Listening, channeling is heightened. Downloads, intuitive knowing, perceptions with the water, sensitivities, intuitive, just gut feeling, just with the light, stronger impressions. Okay, so consciousness, the ness means state of. So it's consciousness is state of being. And so energy, we are energy beings. We're just light beings. And so it's as within, so without. So this eclipse season, we're really fine tuning, listening, taking it up a notch. It's the 9th month in the 9th year. So it really is about endings. And so if we can have that higher awareness and be in service to self, standing up for yourself, showing up for yourself. Perhaps some of us are, this is a maintenance, Virgo's a maintenance. So nurturing ourselves in new ways, self-care, just going forth and trusting ourselves. We're allowing our inner beingness to show us how we can live more sovereignly. Okay, so the full moon, just to summarize, is an ongoing process aligning with our soul's potential. By attuning ourselves to our higher frequencies, we open pathways for deeper self-awareness, transformation, and the fullest expression of who we are. This full moon lunar eclipse encourages us to feel open to the vibrancy within, recognizing that through awareness and resonance with these heightened energies, we can continuously or consciously evolve and illuminate our best life and live our unique journey. So I have a workshop. If you're interested, I have an astrology workshop coming up in October online, 4 weeks. And we will cover high frequency awakening to your multidimensional self. We'll cover elements, houses, aspects, the planets, asteroids, the new moon, the fixed stars, energies, consciousness, the light, and so much more. So if you're interested, you can email me, consciousgalactic@outlook.com. And these are some of my services. If you'd like more information, I am on Instagram and Facebook. And my name's Carmen. I wish you all the best. Enjoy your eclipse season. Thank you so much. Bye.